Welcome back to Aeons End against the Horde Crone, and I've been making a mistake the first couple episodes. Oh man. Alright, has to do with Remnant. Remnant over here has this +1 ether on cast. Well, I had pulled out a generic Breach 2, which is not correct for Remnant. Remnant has his own special Breach, and it's pretty clear on how the rules work. This is his Breach 2. It says once opened you get the +1 ether. It's open now in episode 3, so I'm just going to leave it. And of course it says open breach cast +1. So we're going to continue from there. And sorry about the error, but there you have it. And now let's get going. All right, with that correction out of the way, let's get going. So we're going to shuffle up the turn order deck, randomize it here so I don't know what's going to come up. And good enough. All right, let's find out who or what is going to be going first, and it's going to be player 1. And so we have Sparrow going first, and so let's go down to Sparrow's area and take her turn. Alright, so we have Sparrow. She has the Smolder spell ready to go, and so we're going to fire it off. Smolder spell may be prepped. On a close breach we did that. Cast, deal 1 damage, and so we deal a damage, and we're going to deal, of course, the damage to the Horde Crone. 57 down to 56. Whittling him away. Alright. Now we get to play our cards. So Sparrow has 5 ether, 5 crystals, hey? And with 5, she could open Breach 3, which would give us a +1 damage for spells there. What do I want to do? Hey, I think I'm going to take 3 ether, and I'm going to purchase a Griswood Amber for her, costing 3 ether. When you gain this, you may place it on top of your deck. That's what we're going to do. So it goes on top of her deck, so she'll get it next time. And with the 2 left over, she's going to power up once more on her ability, which she can't fire off because she's 1 short. And that's going to conclude her turn. So of course she's got 5 ether. They're going to go here, and then she's going to draw 5 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5 for her next turn. And we already know what one of them is because we just bought it. Alright, so she's got a spell. She's got 2 ether, 3, 4. She's got 5 ether again. Pretty good. And a spell for next time. Alright, that's Sparrow's turn. Back to the turn order to find out who or if the Nemesis will go next. Alright, let's find out who's next in turn order. It's the Nemesis. Well, we do have cards in play. This one's going to go from 2 power down to 1. And if it happens, it's going to unleash twice. The only way to get rid of it is we have to discard 2 prepped spells. Nobody has 2 prepped. Well, we can discard 2 prep spells, one from each player, I believe. It doesn't say from 1 player. We can't do that because now we only have Remnant with 1 spell prepped, and Sparrow has none. But we need a Nemesis card now, so we've looked after the cards and minions for Horde Crone, and now we have a Night Raid. Unleash twice. Oh, okay, unleash twice, then discard a Trogg in play. Okay, so unleashing means we're going to shuffle the discarded Troggs into the Trogg deck. So we're going to put them in there, and then, yeah, give them a shuffle, which you love to see, of course. Alright, we're going to shuffle, and then we're going to unleash. We unleash twice. The first time we unleash, boom, we get one of these zombies, I guess. Zombs coming out with 2 health. And then we're going to unleash again, which means I guess we shuffle again, as it does say put this card and then shuffle, and the next one we get, it's another Zom. Damn it. Alright, and so we can look at it because it comes out, if there's 2 Zoms, the player with the lowest life suffers 1 damage. Well, they both have equal number of life, and so who do we want to suffer the damage? Oh, let's have Sparrow suffer the damage. She's going to go from 10 health down to 9 because she has the least amount of breaches that can eventually be opened. So if we get into real trouble, at least we'll have Remnant, I think, with 4 breaches open. All right. And continuing on with the card, then discard a Trogg in play. Well, we're going to get rid of one of the zombs, so we discard it. That was nasty. All right, that was a Horde Crone taking a turn. Yeah, let's find out who's going to go next. And it's going to be player 1 again. All right, Sparrow, time to go again. Down we go to Sparrow's area, and we'll have her take her turn. All right, here we are with Sparrow. No prepped spells. So let's see what she's going to do. She's got the Griswold Amber, 2, 3. She's going to play this for 2 ether. She's going to give herself a charge. Now she has full charges, and with full charges, let's go ahead and use her ability. So we're going to use all of her charges at once. Focus any player's breach. Repeat this 3 additional times. So basically she gets to do the focus action 4 times is really what that says. First one she's going to do is she's going to focus and or open this. So focusing it once is going to open it. So she's going to open her own breach too. So now she has 1 open breach, and we're going to immediately prep the spell in there. I know you're not supposed to because we're supposed to be doing this, but she will prep the spell there right away. And then repeat this 3 additional times. We're going to go over to Remnant's area, and we're going to repeat that process 3 more times. Alright, so over at Remnant's area, we're going to repeat it 3 times. So we're going to go, that's once, twice, 3 times. We're opening breach 4 completely for Remnant. Now he's got 1, 2, and 4 open with, of course, 3 a long ways off. Alright, back to Sparrow to continue Sparrow's turn. Alright, so we're continuing Sparrow's turn. Yep, she's prepped her Thought Form Familiar there. She's got 3 ether left. She could focus her breach, or she could get another spell, or she could get another crystal. Hey? I think she's going to go ahead and she's going to get another one of these for 3. And this is, when you gain this, you may place it on top of your deck. So she's going to do that. And I think she's probably not going to be getting any more crystals. And that's going to be the end of her turn, so she can put these back in any order. So we'll put the good card on the bottom. She gets to draw 5 new cards. 1, 2. She's going to flip her deck over. 1, 2, 3 cards for her next hand. And she's going to end up then with her Smolder spell, the Griswold Amber, Gem, and 3 more. So she'll have a total of 5 ether if she wants, and her spell. Alright, I think that was pretty good stuff. Let's now see whose turn it is next. Alright, up next will be player 2. So Remnant gets a turn. Alright, over we go to Remnant, and no more cheating for him, although of course Breach 2 is now open. So, alright, let's go to Remnant and take a turn. Alright, Remnant's turn. Remnant has a spell prepped in open Breach 2, which is going to give Remnant +1 ether. Yeah, okay. And the spell prepped is Convection Field. We can either deal 4 damage, or we can deal 2 damage. Any ally may destroy a card in hand. Oh boy, tough decision here. I think oh man, what do we want to do? We can get rid of her basic gem from Sparrow's hand and do 2 damage getting rid of the Zom, or we can deal 4 damage to the Horde Crone. I think we're going to deal 2 damage to the Trogg, which is going to kill it. So this is the 2 damage Trogg. Boom, it's gone. And then we'll look at Sparrow's hand. Sparrow can destroy a card in hand. So she's going to destroy one of the crystals, so it's out of the game. Alright. It's going to limit her hand for next turn, but it's going to thin down her deck as well. Alright. Now we are going to be playing cards for Remnant. Alright, so Remnant's going to prep the Spark to open Breach 4, which is going to give +1 damage when it fires off. We are going to... So we can use 2 ether for focusing. We've got a total of 3 ether to buy something, or 4 ether for focus. We're going to put the spark in open breach 2 to give us that extra ether. Oh, we get an extra ether because we used the convection field. Okay, that's pretty good. So it means we actually have 1, 2, 3. We have 4 for purchasing or 5 for focusing. 4 for purchasing is not going to do us much because everything's 3 and then it jumps to 5. Or we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 5 for focusing. So 2. Actually, this will work. So 2, 3 is going to focus breach 3. That costs 3 ether. We have 1, 2 left. The 2 ether left, we're going to power up special ability a little bit. All right. Yeah, because we use this one and this one for focusing, and we use this one and that for powering up. Okay, so we can put these in any order. So we're going to put them like that. And draw 5 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, exactly 5. Which gives them 1 spark, 4 crystals, for remnants next turn. All right, back to turn order. See who goes next. Now I should mention here that we could have remnant discard the 2 prepped spark spells to get rid of the planar collision. This is going to unleash twice, which doesn't bother me too much. And if we leave those spells prepped, we're going to get an additional damage and we're going to get additional ether. So I think it's probably better to just leave the spells with remnant and not get rid of them. So let's see who goes next. It's going to be player 2. All right, well, we get remnant going again. So over we go to remnants and take another turn. All right, remnant's taking another turn. Open, we're going to cast off our spells first. So this spark is going to get +1 damage. So this spark is going to do 2 damage. Nothing much to hit except the Horde Crone. It's going to take Horde Crone from 56 down to 54 health. This spark spell is going to do 1 damage. And so we're going to be, of course, doing that to the Horde Crone, 54 health down to 53. It's all good so far. And we get +1 ether because we cast a spell from there. All right, so we're going to have 1, 2, we're going to have 5 ether and a spark. So we will prep the spark to open breach 4, giving us 1 damage, and we've got 5 ether to spend. And with 5 ether to spend, we have quite a few choices. 5, we can get another convection field, or we can get, oh wow, what do we want to do with 5, eh? I think we're going to start collecting the Celestial Spires. Costing 5, cast, deal 3 damage. If this card's supply pile is empty, any ally draws a card. So we should try gaining as many of these as possible to get that other ability. So we're going to spend our 5 ether for Remnant on the Celestial Spire, and then we can put these back in any order. They're all the same. Flip the deck over. 2, 3, 4, 5 cards for Remnant's next hand, which then will be Convection Field, the Void Shard, a Spark, and a couple of Crystal Gems. Alright, that's it for Remnant. Let's see who's going next. Alright, we only have 1 card remaining, so yep, we're going to see who's going next. It's Nemesis. Alright, the Nemesis goes next, Horde Crone. This card will trigger, and yeah, I'm going to put this here so I don't forget, which I've done in the past. Planar collision happens. Power unleash twice. Okay, we're going to unleash twice. We know what the unleashing is. We're going to take the discarded Troggs. We're going to stick them in the Trogg deck, and we're going to shuffle, and we're going to draw it once, and then we're going to do it again. So it's kind of similar, except this time one of them's not going away. Alright, so the first one we get is the Orb. Okay, this is a little different. We haven't seen this one yet. 2 orbs, Gravefold suffers 2 damage. 3, Gravefold suffers 3. 4, Gravefold suffers 4. Discard all orbs. Okay, well, at least they all only have 2 health, which are relatively easy to knock off, but they come a lot. Alright, now let's shuffle again. And our second one is another Zom. Okay, we know all about them. At least nothing triggers yet. So 2 more health. Back goes the pile. That was taking care of the cards and or minions. Now we have a Nemesis card to process, which is always not good. Nyx, Unleash. Ooh, any player suffers 1 damage and discards their most expensive card in hand. No! Alright, well, we got to unleash. Well, we know what this is all about. It's called shuffling up the Trogg deck. And let's hope we get the third one. No, we get another Orb. 2 Orbs. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Well, Gravehold is indeed going to suffer 2 damage because there's that guy comes out and triggers the 2 ability. Gravehold taking a little bit of a beating here from 28 down to 26. Okay, we're not finished yet. That was Unleash. Now we have any player suffers a damage and discards their most expensive card in hand. Well, let's see who's going to get the least amount of dumping off. So 3. If we give Sparrow a damage, she has to get rid of this with Amber. Which, okay, that's looking at Sparrow's hand. Now if we look at... oh man, we got to get rid of Convection Field if we give the damage to Remnant. So you know what? I think we are going to give the damage to Sparrow. It's going to go from 9 health down to 8. And she's going to have to, is it destroy? Discards the most expensive card in hand. Alright, she has to discard that, which is not great, but it is what it is. And that is going to conclude our episode for today. And so I'll shuffle these up again. I do at the beginning of every episode and at the end, just to make sure they're all mixed up good and nice. All right. Wow, that was what it was. And of course, we weren't cheating anymore for Remnant because Breach 2 is open and fully functional now. All right, sorry about that mess up, but hey, I always make things harder for myself. This time I made them easier for myself. So if I win this one, call it cheating. All right, so thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, likes. Really appreciate it. We have the Horde Crone down to 53 health. Gravehold down to 26. Both of them looking pretty healthy. 2 damage on Sparrow. And we have no damage on Remnant. So thanks so much, and we'll see you in the continuation in the next episode.